Hello everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps. I am so delighted to have you here. Today we are making a pistachio vanilla latte soap. Coffee soaps I have a love-hate relationship with. I love the smell of them, but almost all coffee fragrances do discolor soap over time, so the soap ends up being a little bit more brown than I'm used to and typically prefer. That being said, sometimes it's just worth it for the scent. So without further ado, let's make some soap. Okay, let's add our room temperature lye water to our oil blend and let's blend it up. Perfect. Now I'm going to pour off a small amount. This is going to mimic milk foam on the top of a cappuccino or latte. And because our fragrance oil blend discolors soap to brown, I have to pour this off before I add any of the fragrance. For the next section, I'm going to add some brown oxide and mix that in really, really well. All right, and now I'm gonna pour some of this off. So we have two different shades of coffee. This will be the darker section, and the one that I'm pouring will be the lighter section, just so that it looks like our milk or cream is being swirled into our coffee. Just gonna add a little bit of titanium dioxide to lighten that one up. Now I'm going to add my super secret fragrance blend. It smells like coffee and like pistachio creamer and a little bit of caramel. So it's warm and nutty and inviting. It smells really, really good as a bath and body scent. It also would legitimately smell so good in a candle. Just gonna start by blending this in by hand. I expect it to behave well, but you never know. That's performing quite well. So I'll go ahead and mix up my accent with the stick blender. And we'll do just a little mix with this big bucket. All right, perfect. Now I'm just going to pour in to 2 spots my accent color. I'm also going to scrape out my little containy. We're not going to use any of this color on the top. Pour that right in. And now it's time to pour our first layer after this quick commercial break. I'm going to be using my Winnie and Walt slab mold today. This is a custom mold that was gifted to me, and it is MACRA certified. Absolutely love this mold. Can't say enough good things about it. Gonna scrapey my big containy. This smells so fantastic. It's crazy. Gonna tap it down just a bit, and then I'm gonna give it a super light texture on the top. Doesn't have to be crazy. I just want it to look like some coffee that has been freshly poured, and then the cream or milk or whatever has just been flopped on top. This top layer is pretty thin, so I do need to keep this texture relatively light. Otherwise, the next layer won't be able to cover all the spots. Okay, I think that's perfect. All right, now I have my whipped cream / milk white topping. I didn't make this stark white. I made it just, I don't know what you would call this, but it's not stark. And what I'm hoping will happen is that the brown discoloration that would naturally happen because of the fragrance oil will seep ever so slightly as time passes into this top layer to make it look like a fusion of the cream on top of coffee and the coffee beneath. That will only add to the realism if I can get that to happen. All right, now for the fun part. I am going to go back and forth with this oil drizzle, just like so. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just want lots of pretty lines, and I want every single bar to get one. The key to getting a really good oil drizzle on top of a slab is to make sure that your oil is thick enough, but also that the soap beneath it isn't too thick itself. Otherwise, you won't be able to drag very well. Honestly, my soap is a little thicker than what's optimal, but it doesn't matter. It's still gonna look good. Yes. Now I'm just taking the end of my pipette and making this little like coffee design, like whenever people make a latte, you know, they do the little latte art. That's what this is mimicking. Gotta make sure I do those edges. Perfect. It looks so good. Now using a little bit of this 3 Olive Martini mica, which is, by the way, the perfect pistachio color, and taking my slab grid, which I did not perfectly align with this mold. I forgot to turn the mold. It has slab mold markings on the other side. I just forgot. I am just going to put a little bit of this mica down the middle of each of the bars to look like pistachio powder. And honestly, this is going a little wonky because the air conditioner is on in my room and the AC is blowing my mica crooked, which is not optimal. Still, you understand the point of this, right? All right, now I have to gently mark every single bar. Will this take a long time? Yes, it absolutely will. Placing all this will be a little bit easier though, because we have mica on top of this, so seeing the placement is just a lot easier. Okay, let's try and see what I can do. Just gonna place these on right next to each other. Honestly, doesn't really matter if they're both facing the same way or if one of them's facing down and one of them's facing up. The point is just to make sure that everybody gets one. This is going to take quite some time, so let's watch by the power of movie magic, and it's all completed. I am very excited to cut this one tomorrow. It truly smells so good, and I've never used this coffee blend of fragrance before. Let's wait 18 to 24 hours, and then we will come back and cut into this soap after this quick commercial break. Look at this beautiful design the next day. I'm gonna scoot you guys in a little bit so you can see it even closer. I love the mica drizzle. I love the little pistachio mica moment on top. It looks so good. Just gonna press down gently with my cutter. Pull one out from the middle, and this is what it looks like on the inside. So as you can see, the soap is going to turn a darker brown. You can see the little browning square right here. I do have some that have fully discolored, so this is what they will end up looking like. You can see the difference here. It is just perfect. The scent is strong and creamy. However, it doesn't have the straight bitterness of like a fresh brewed coffee fragrance. Think a little bit sweeter, a little bit creamier. It doesn't have that harsh, bitter edge that you would get if you like just smelled coffee beans out of a bag, which is really, really nice for a Bath and Body product. It's one thing to love the smell of coffee. It's another thing to want to like bathe with it. So this is like the perfect blend. And honestly, I can't say enough good things about it. This is the absolute perfect way to usher in the fall season. Question of the day: what fall coffee beverage do I need to try this year? I'm gonna try to branch out of my comfort zone. What are the other flavors out there that don't involve pumpkin that I can order? Maybe at Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. You need some coffee soap in your life, and let me tell you when you can get it. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, royaltysoaps.com on September 6th. It's a Friday night. I typically only make one coffee soap a year. This is it. So if you want it, go get it. Do something fun for yourself today, like, let me tell you what I want to do. I want to go get a latte made by my friend Caroline using her Breville barista because she is so bougie. That's what I want to do for myself today. Unfortunately for me, she moved very far away, so I'm going to have to find something else to do, but maybe you could hang out with your best friend and I can live vicariously through you. But of course, you know, I don't really care what you do. Just do something for you. And you know what? Right here at the end of this video, I am going to take some time again just to remind you, yes, that's the thing that we always end our videos by saying, do something fun for yourself today. It's probably gotten old. You're probably sick of hearing it. You probably think that I'm just rambling on and I don't even think about the words coming out of my mouth and I'm just so used to saying it because it's habitual. But I can tell you, every time those words come out of my mouth and I say it looking at you, I mean it and I'm thinking about you and I want you to do that. It is so important. Now, go about your day. Have a nice day, and I will see you back in the next one. So until then, bye for now.